Using your Apple ID to sign into apps is a quick, easy and secure way of managing your account credentials. When signing in with your Apple ID, Apple will either use the same email address you use for your Apple account, or it will create an alias. You can see which apps are using your Apple ID by going into Settings, clicking on your name and choosing Apps using Apple ID. If you choose to hide your email address during the sign-up process, this screen will display the alias Apple created for you, and if you prefer not to receive emails from the app's vendor, you can disable this option here. To stop the app from using your Apple ID altogether, simply click this button. So that is how to see which apps you've signed into using your Apple ID. If you'd like to know how to block apps from tracking you, then this is how you do it. In iOS, we now have the ability to prevent apps from tracking our location and our online activity. When it comes to location tracking, there are a couple of options. You can choose whether to allow an app to know your precise location based on GPS coordinates, and you can choose whether an app is allowed to track you all of the time, just whilst you're using that app, or not at all. You can set these options for each individual app by clicking on the app name in Settings. Alternatively, you can disable all apps from knowing your location by clicking on Privacy and disabling location services altogether. However, I wouldn't recommend doing this, as some apps do have a genuine need for your location, such as navigation, Uber, and some fitness trackers. The other form of tracking is online activity tracking, where an app will log the websites you visit, the purchases you make, so on and so forth. Your iPhone will prompt you when an app wants to do this, and as with location, you can turn it off for each individual app. However, in this case, I can't see a good reason for allowing any app to track your internet habits, so I would recommend turning this off for all apps by opening Settings, clicking on Privacy, followed by Tracking, and disabling the option here. So that is how to see which apps are using your Apple ID and how to prevent them from tracking you. Before you go, if you are considering starting your own YouTube channel, or you'd like to see how I create my videos, I have a free course on my website which I'll link to below. No gimmicks, it is completely free, so I recommend having a look at that. If you found this video useful, I'd appreciate you giving me a like and hit subscribe for lots more quick tips like this one. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.